Welcome back to the 2015-2016 NBA preview. Today we are going to be covering the Milwaukee Bucks at number 10. Yes, number 10. My name is Joshua Enviers, and with me today, like usual.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? It is the one and only legend of winning, aka Low, and you did not hear wrong. We are number 10. Finally, man, top 10, man. And this is one of our bold predictions too, man. Number 10.
Let's see what they did leading up to this season.
Milwaukee Bucks, extremely young team, a team that over the course of really a long time has struggled to get out the first round. But with this new young nucleus that is surrounding around players such as Jabari Parker and Giannis and head coach Jason Kidd, this year feels like, possibly a good run.
Second round of the playoffs, maybe?
Second round, maybe. Them in Toronto Raptors, a lot of other teams seem like they need to make that next step, and it seems like they pieced together the players around them. So let's see what we can do.
After Jabari Parker tore his ACL, here's hoping he's going to come back strong. That lineup, we'll get into the lineup in a second, but that lineup looks dangerous.
I think he will, though. He's young. I don't think that's going to really hinder him. And also Michael Carter Williams joined the team as well. I like this flexibility in their lineup.
So with that said, let's take a look at the summer acquisitions by the Milwaukee Bucks. The big one, obviously, is Greg Monroe. He's probably going to be playing a lot of center, maybe even power forward, depending on the flexibility of this rotation. That's really about it. They got Grievous Vasquez for some odd reason, even though they have a plethora of point guards along with Chris Copeland.
Yeah, I don't know the Vasquez. I don't understand that pickup. They have plenty of point guards, not even just point guards. They have plenty of players that could control the tempo of the court and understand and really handle the ball. So I don't understand the Vasquez pickup. Copeland is obviously, they just need to stretch the floor. But of course, the big one is Greg Monroe. Can play both 4 and 5 depending on the matchup. I do really enjoy that pickup by them.
Now, if we take a look at what the Bucks lost, they lost Jared Dudley, Ersan Ilyasova, Zaza Pachulia. No great names like Greg Monroe, but they know their role. They're rotation players, and we're gonna have to see if Greg Monroe can replace basically all of them. As for the draft picks, nothing really special. Only one draft pick, and Rashad Vaughn. He's a shooter, and they need shooting, so it works for them.
Yeah, they need as many shooters they can on the court to make sure the spacing works out for them. So I'm not mad at that pick neither.
Moving on to the rotation of the Milwaukee Bucks, the starters are Greg Monroe, Jabari Parker, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, and Michael Carter Williams.
I'm assuming Giannis is starting at the 3 because of his weight, correct? Because he's 6'11", so
most likely.
Yeah, technically, I'm assuming that's the reason why he's starting at 3 instead of Parker. Because I think that's going to mess up the spacing. And the one biggest concern is when we talk about spacing is Michael Carter Williams. Brandon Knight really brought a lot of spacing and shooting to the court. I don't know if Michael Carter Williams will be able to do that, especially with Giannis on the court, but we'll see how that will, work itself out.
As for the rotation, the bench guys, we got Miles Plumlee, John Henson, Chris Copeland, OJ Mayo, and I'm assuming the first guy off the bench, Grievous Vasquez.
If not, you still have Tyler Ennis. I mean,
you still have Tyler Ennis, Jared Bayless. They're
really deep, and I think that's the biggest thing that makes both me and Josh so interested about this team is that
they got to the playoffs without Jabari Parker last season, and they gave the Bulls a run. They made them, I believe, 6 games.
6 games.
So
yeah, it was only
without Jabari. Imagine with Jabari now and Greg Monroe, they're gonna be something. It was
really only 1 or 2 games that were just. They got handily beat by the Bulls.
They had Zaza, if I'm not mistaken. They had Zaza starting in the playoffs.
Yeah, Zaza starting. He was really slow on the help defense with D Rose. But I will say this with this lineup in a general sense, the depth that they bring to the court and the versatility with all their players, even with their guard rotation, multiple players that can not only handle the ball but shoot, play off ball. I think that's really going to be a huge asset, not only in the regular season, but moving forward in the playoffs as well. But this is like a 12-man. It could potentially be a 12-man rotation, like a legit 12-man rotation on this team. So that's very hard to do in today's NBA for whatever
That's
reason.
why we have them at 10. Not many people may think of the Bucks as a top 10 team, but I think their time has come to prove that.
I think it is. I think they're ready. So Normally, this is the time that we, introduce the big question to you, the viewers, and I do it to Josh as well. But we are finally in the top 10, people. And when it comes to the top 10, all of these teams deserve, a tad bit more recognition than the rest of the teams in the NBA. So, due to their, excellent rosters and things like that, the question that we will be asking each team in the top 10 for now on is, why will they win it all, or why won't they win it all? So, Josh, why will the Bucks win it all, and why won't they win it all?
Why they will win it all. If you look at that rotation, it is a solid rotation, and if healthy, it could cause a lot of problem in the Eastern Conference. But then there is always LeBron James you have to go up against, but you never know what could happen in the playoffs. Now, why they won't win it all, there's a lot more reasons why they won't win it all than why they will. They're still proving themselves. They're not there yet, and they have a lot of young guys. They have a rookie coach almost. Jason Kidd's been coaching for how many years? 2-3 years at this point? 3 years. So, not really an experienced player coach, but not really. I wouldn't classify Jason Kidd just yet as an amazing coach that's going to lead this team to the promised land. And like I said, just the young guys on this team, I don't think they're ready quite yet. But they will make noise. They just won't. They can't win it all at this point. Not yet.
Yeah, hopefully just thinking that they can. But I think that the way that they can win is if matchups. They will give a lot of teams matchup problems, the way that they're going to space the floor and the way that everybody virtually can just handle the ball on this team. Why they won't win, though, and I think Josh hit it perfectly, nailed it on the head. They're just not ready. They are really an inexperienced team. Even though they showed a lot of promise against the Chicago Bulls last year, I'm not sold on the team just yet. I'm not sold on the Michael Carter-Williams running point now, especially with Giannis out on the perimeter as well. The spacing isn't there, but just the lack of playoff experience is really what scares me. But in a few years, they can most definitely make a huge dent in the Eastern Conference.
Here's hoping we see Chicago and Milwaukee in the playoffs going against each other once again, whether first round or second round. I'd love to see a rematch.
I think they can have Chicago's. I think they got Chicago's number this year, man. Especially if Jabari's healthy. I think they got Chicago's number.
So now moving on to the predictions surrounding the Milwaukee Bucks this season.
Me personally, and I'm pretty sure y'all out there as well, y'all may be commenting on our decision with Milwaukee this high up. But I think we have a pretty good idea on this team and what they're going to bring to the court. Deep rotation, extremely deep rotation. I think Jason Kidd is a fabulous coach. I think he's like a really good coach. I'm not sold on the Michael Carter-Williams running point. I think they're going to miss Brandon Knight's shooting ability. He shot like 40% last year from downtown. It's just phenomenal how he shot. But
they do have Grievous Vasquez and Jared Bayless to shoot. Yeah. I know Jim Mayo as well. They're just, I don't know if those three players make up for Brandon Knight, though. So we'll have to wait and find out.
I want to see the front court, though. Giannis, Jabari, and Greg Monroe. Oh, my goodness.
As for my predictions, if you just look at that point guard rotation, Carter Williams, Vasquez, Bayless, Ennis, and depending on, George Gutierrez, if he stays on this team, that is just too many point guards for one team. They don't need a great point guard, but they really need to, flip those set assets for a different position, maybe even like a backup power forward, because it really, the power forward and center positions are only one deep compared to the backcourt. So I would really love to see a trade before the season starts or during the season or at trade deadline, because I'm not liking that point guard position. So that said, we'd like to thank you guys for watching like usual. If you could leave a like, share this video, and subscribe to watch more of the NBA preview, be greatly appreciated.
Number 10, people, we are finally in the top 10, and we started off pretty big with the Milwaukee Bucks. Jason Kidd is on his way to becoming an extremely good coach. Please let us know what you think about our pick and what you think about the Milwaukee Bucks.
One of the bold predictions. Another bold prediction. Two bold predictions in a row.
Extremely.
Will we surprise you with the 9th?
I don't know. No.
Maybe not.
Maybe, who knows. But leave a comment in the comment section below. Please share the video like we always say, and we will see y'all next video.
We'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.